The crowd is assembled here at the FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a Grizzlies victory. The Cleveland Cavaliers come into this one after a win against the Celtics. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Thomas. And it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Well, for Memphis, their last game a loss to the Rockets.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Now here's Thomas, following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Thomas goes in, and a strong finish with two hands.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
The shot's good from Bryant. Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And Thomas, here we go. That's good. Thomas got 9.
That's his 4th straight make right out the chute. Setting a pretty high standard for himself here.
Just like you draw it up before you come out.
Now here's Johnson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Takes a 3. Kobe misses. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here's Thomas. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Conley kicks to Randall. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Thomas with the ball, picked up by Kobe. Thomas against Kobe. Upside Thomas, 6 on the shot clock. And it's sent back by Bryant. Now Conley, who's coming off a 13-point game against the Rockets in Houston. Dishes it to Gasol. Good D by Thompson.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play, utter disregard for his own safety.
And his teammates still shaking their heads. You know what? He must have told them to be on the lookout for something special.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. No good from the wing. Thomas against Bryant. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blowout unless something dramatically changes and fast.
And we can talk all we want about their passing, but from 3-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. Freak number 1.
He is so exceptional from long range that it forces the defense out and really opens things up for him, which makes it easier for him to set up his teammates.
Well, he's a prime example of why being a top-notch three-point shooter comes in handy for a point guard.
Now here's Allen, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Joseph, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Outside Thomas. Over to the left wing. 1:19 left in the first quarter of the game. Green with the rebound.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I briefly spoke with Dave Yeager. Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James, and he said there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him, and if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
And thank you, Doris. And here is Thomas, following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. Thomas goes.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Stolen by Thomas. He kicks to Cannon, feeds to Covington. Outside Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to James.
That play was fire.
And that's now 21 points for Freak.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his
I put him all to pressure.
Well, that there is straight talk. Gasol's checked in for Memphis. Randolph comes in for Green, and then for Cleveland. Channing Fries checked in for Kaminsky. Scola comes in for Kevin Love. And Thomas subbed in for Isaiah Cannon. On the court for Cleveland, Thomas in at shooting guard. Scola out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Fry in at the 5 down low.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Johnson outside. Pass to Gasol. Baseline J on the way. That's good on the jump shot.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
Outside Thomas. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Can't hit, and it's Memphis the other way.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Bryant comes in for James Johnson. And it's Joseph in for Mike Conley. And Cleveland with a change here, too. LeBron's checked in for Robert Covington. Bryant against Thomas.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
And Joseph kicks to Randolph. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Randolph dishes to Gasol. There's the pick, and there's the feed to Joseph. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Scola sets a screen for Thomas. rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And it's Bryant in the corner. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Looking at Cleveland since the All-Star break, we get a look at the numbers they've put up. First in shooting percentage, first in three-point shooting, and they're also #1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And a moment to see numbers for LeBron James. Averaging 13 points per game, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
Outside Irving. Back to Thomas from deep three-point range, and he gets the bucket. Thomas got 28 points for the game.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
And Joseph kicks to Allen. Left side, Kobe. Lots of room. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
He gets it up. And no good trying to get that one. So as we conclude.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. When I'm trying to force it on offense, good things happen. And that's why I've had some success here early on.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Just absolute domination in this one for Thomas. 28.